Okay guys, we've got our apples from the orchard of Aldi and some apple juice. 4 litres of apple juice. We might only need 3, but I've got a 400 to top up. And I'm going to be using some Demerara sugar because that's going to give this cider a lovely sort of caramel twist. Now you don't have to use that, you can use normal sugar, and we don't need all that. We're going to need just a little bit. I'm going to attempt to make the best homemade cider ever. To make the best homemade cider ever, we need balance. We need 6 Granny Smith for acidity, 6 Pink Lady for sweetness, and 6 Braeburn for aromatic body. Okay, so that's our cider base. We're obviously going to need some yeast, maybe some yeast nutrient, other bits and bobs, but that's your base. So let's start off with the golden rule of homebrewing, sanitization. So today I'm brewing in my wide mouth fermenter because we're using real fruit, and just from experience the demi-johns have the narrow mouth on it. If we put any big chunks of fruit in, sometimes you struggle to get them in. Now I'm going to blend most of the apples for these. I might add a few bits in the chopped up apples to the brew. For the most part I'm going to blend them, and I'm going to put them through a muslin cloth, cheesecloth, and through a funnel and squeeze the juice out of the pulp basically, because from experience that's the easiest way. I don't have a cider press. Why, I don't know. I'm a massive cider fan and I've got my own little brewery in here. I should get myself a cider press, and I will. But for now, this is the method. I've already sanitized my gear the other day, but because it was the other day, I'm going to be super safe and I'm just going to spray things as we go to be super safe. I've boiled the cheesecloth and sanitized it as well, so there shouldn't be, even though it's new. First, the flavour bomb, the apples. We're going to juice all 18 of these, skins, pips, cores and all. Don't worry about the pips, they're going to get strained through the cheesecloth. Okay, so we need a chopping board and a sharp knife, of course. Let's get the blender now. The juicer, should I say. Okay, let's start off with the Granny Smiths. As I say, no need to core these or de-pip them because we're going to put them through that cheesecloth. In fact, I'm going to be super rough with these and just cut them into 8s. So long as they fit in there, that's going to be fine. Okay, I'm going to get as many of these as I can in here, and then I'm going to pour some of the apple juice in just to help it. Okay, better have this here, had we? So I'm just going to place our funnel on there with our muslin cloth, with our cheesecloth, muslin cloth. And then I'm just going to And now we have to squeeze, of course. Put everything up. And squeeze the juice out. As good as any press. Okay, we're going to keep a couple of pieces of each apple type, just to put in there as little floaty fruits, just to, yeah. Okay, some pink ladies. Getting carried away here, I've got to press this out. Squeeze. Tempted by the fruit of another. Squeeze. Tempted, but the truth is discovered. Without sounding too vulgar, I am making a mess of my trousers. Apple juice. Apple juice. And last but not least, spray booth. This is taking forever. Fruit, 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 fruit. Hope you like apples, guys. How do you like them apples? We are not going to need anywhere near as much juice as I thought. The 18 apples are really giving us a lot of juice pressed this way. Squoze, freshly squoze this way. Squoze, freshly squeezed this way. Tempted by the fruit of another. Okay, last one, guys. Oh. If you like a clean house, by the way, don't do this. It goes everywhere. And I mean everywhere. I need a shower after this before I can film anything else. Okay, that was the last one. That is all the pulp from all those apples. Look at that. Okay guys, I'm just gonna pop those 3 bits of apple that are saved. Take the pips out. In there. 1, 2, 3, wait. And I'm going to top up with a little bit more apple juice. I'll just leave a little bit of room in there now for our extra sugar and to stir without making it overflow, etc. Okay, cleanup time. I'm covered. Let's put that on for now. Just put that on for now. And have a quick cleanup. Okay, that's all the apples blitzed and fed through the muslin cloth or cheesecloth and through the funnel into there. It smells. Oh, it smells heavenly, is how it smells. Takes me back to my childhood, basically. This is where the complex flavour, aroma and tannin lives. So to ensure our finished cider is crystal clear, we're going to add some pectolase. Well, pectolase is an enzyme which breaks down pectin, which would otherwise make our finished cider go cloudy or remain cloudy. So this will help it to clear. As per the manufacturer's instructions, we need 1 level teaspoon per gallon. In there we have roughly a gallon. A teaspoon should be more than enough. These are quarter teaspoons. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we'll just stir that in, of course. Okay, next I'm going to add 150 grams of Demerara sugar. Now, as I said before, you can use normal granulated sugar or brewing sugar, whatever you want. It's just that Demerara sugar is going to add a little bit of toffee sort of candy twist to this cider, which I'm really looking forward to. So 150 grams of Demerara sugar, and this should keep us around the 6 to 7% mark, because don't forget, as we add more sugar, the yeast that we add later will consume said sugar and turn it to alcohol. And I'm just going to pour this straight in. And give it a good stir. So that's our power boost added, so to speak. That should get us up to around 7%. I'm thinking, as I say, 6.5, 7%, but not only that, it will give us that beautiful caramel note for complexity. And in order for us to get us a dry, rich finish in this cider, a lovely mouthfeel, I'm going to add a bit of tannin powder. It's a bit of a cheat really on the home brewing scene, because it just adds that beautiful bodied taste that you get from a full-bodied wine, and it can be used in cider just as effectively. So we're just going to use a 1/4 teaspoon of tannin. Now, I'm not 100% sure if it needs it, but I'm going to add some yeast nutrient as well, just to be on the safe side, to give the yeast that little head start. I'm going to add a teaspoon. 1, 2. That will give our yeast a good head start. So I'm just going to give that a good mix before we pitch the yeast. It's like Big Ben going on. I'm going to use roughly a teaspoon of yeast, which gives us about 5 grams. That's a 1/4 teaspoon, so 4 of these. And this is just, this is Young's dried active yeast. It's for winemaking and brewing. 1, 2, 3. 4. Let's give that a stir. Okay, let's seal it up. And now we wait. In about 12 to 24 hours, the magic begins. But before I add this to my heating mat back there for at least a week, I'm guessing, for this to go through primary fermentation, we need to take a reading with the hydrometer so that we know what strength this finishes at. I'm just going to remove the lid again. And get 100 millilitres of our juice into this test flask. Look at this. It smells so good. And then I'm going to take an opening gravity reading with our hydrometer. And our opening reading is 1.062, which we'll add to our brew sheet, of course. And now we wait patiently, like the brewers of old. One more step I'm going to take this evening is to add some bentonite to this lovely scrumptious cider, because I want it to clear like a professional cider. So cloudy cider's fine, it's just it's a mental thing with me, because I'm mental. I prefer clear cider. So the way bentonite works is it's almost like a clay-like powder. You add it to some of your wine, cider, whatever it is you're brewing, and then shake it up, mix it up, leave it for an hour, come back, shake it up again, add it to your brew, and then leave it, and usually overnight it clears. If it doesn't, it might take a couple of days at the most. Overnight is usually enough. Usage, 1 teaspoon per gallon. So this is a gallon, there and abouts, we need 1 teaspoon. Dissolve 1 level teaspoon of 50 milliliters of wine, mix vigorously, leave for 1 to 2 hours, stir or shake vigorously again before adding to your wine and stir in gently. So I know it says wine, you can use it on anything. Whoa. 3 of these. 1, 2, and 3. And then we need 50 milliliters of this, so that's 30 there. Let's see where we get to. Just me being overly careful. That's 30, and another 20. Now the reason I'm using one of these bottles, which I just had delivered yesterday, by the way, they're great 500ml PET bottles. The reason I'm using these bottles is because it doesn't stir in very easily. So if you just add it to a glass and then try and stir it, you just end up with big clumps. But if you add it to one of these, or any bottle with a top on, and shake it up, it just mixes in so easily. So I'm going to leave that now for an hour or so, come back, then pour it into our brew. Then overnight, it will clear. Okay guys, so that's our bentonite mix. I've come back, I've given it a good shake again, good swirly, so let's get it in here. Really muddy consistency, eh? And now we need to give it a good stir, or swirl. And there we go. In 12 to 24 hours, that should clear beautifully. Okay guys, it's time to bottle the Aldi Orchard cider. Best cider in the world. In Sandbach, maybe. Okay, I've got 7 bottles here, so that's these are 500ml bottles, and that's 3.5 litres. I have got some more in the demijohn that I've got to let settle because I disturbed it. I'll get at least another bottle. So we'll get 4 litres, we'll get 8 500ml bottles, which is near as damn it, 8 pints. Not quite, I know. Don't flame me. It's taste time. But first off, let's go through some figures. Starting gravity of 1.062, final gravity of 1.002, which gives us an ABV of 7.88, so a little bit higher than I was expecting, but nonetheless in that range of a cider. I haven't made a wine this time like some other things I do. Does everybody do that? Does everybody put too much sugar in and make it too strong, or too much fruit? Let me know in the comments below, please. Is it just me, or do other people do it? Right, this is going to be good. It smelled great when I was racking it off, because I've racked it off twice. I'm ready for a drink. It's a Sunday afternoon, and tasting cider is a pleasure. Right, so let's get rid of a couple of these around here so we've got some room. 3, we'll go for this one. Okay. So, if you remember, this has got 18 real apples in, 6 Granny Smith, 6 Braeburn and 6 Pink Ladies, if I remember right. I could tell you because I've got a piece of paper here that tells me that. Yes, that is right. This smells like a proper pub cider. Apples and more apples and more apples. Oh, okay, let's go. Oh, yes, a proper expensive tasting cider, if I may say so myself. I knew those real apples were going to make a difference, and wow, more please. Oh, yes. So good. That's how good that is. That's how good that is. Now we can't leave it there, we've got to talk about it a bit more, so I'm going to have to pour some more. Isn't that a shame? Ah dear. I may have done another tasting video before this, so there's a little bit of, you know, alcohol going through the system. Oh, okay. Opinions time. Before I have some more. It smells like a commercial cider. It smells like a professional made cider. Could I compare it with something? It's not a, it doesn't smell like a draft cider. It smells like one of the, you know, bottled still ciders, bang in a box ciders, them sort of things, like a Rosie's, that sort of taste. So to get this to how I really like ciders, it needs carbonated, hence why it's in these bottles. But I'm not going to video that. I'm going to leave that to your imagination. This is very good as it is. It's still, and it's not my preferred way of drinking cider, but it will be a lot of people's out there preferred way of drinking cider. Proper English scrumpy style, so to speak. As I say, it's very apple forward. It's a cider. It's very pleasant to smell and to taste. Oh, have I got to taste it again? It's just, well, it's a smiley cider. It's on par with anything you'll buy in a shop or in a bar. And That's all I have to say, really. To prove it, I'm afraid you're going to have to make it yourself. But I believe that's probably why you're here in the first place, because you want to make these things, so go ahead and do it. Any combination of apples is going to give you a good cider, especially if you did all apples. Keep your eye out for that. That's a great result. That's a great result. If you've enjoyed this, guys, please like and subscribe. I'm really enjoying making these videos, and I guarantee you, health permitting, I will I will continue to make plenty of these videos. The possibilities are endless. There'll be another video up here for you to watch. Cheers, guys. Okay guys, I'm gonna perform a second racking. No, I'm not. Okay, I like my ciders lovely and clear rather than the cloudy versions, so I'm gonna add some bentonite to this because it's probably finished fermenting anyway, but I want it to look like a professional clear cider. So the way bentonite works is it's almost like a clay powder, and you add some, that's not bentonite, that's pectolase.